Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to review the trailer for the 2016 movie called Vanished, Left Behind, Next Generation. Yes, folks, this is another biblical inspired epic film about end time prophecies. So, in other words, it's another movie that centers around the vanish slash the rapture. And of course, this particular feature pertains to some teenagers, which supposed to be, of course, representative of the next generation of people that continues on after the rapture slash vanish. Okay, I sat down most recently to review this trailer, so I'm going to bring it to you all now. Okay, let me sit down and replay it in my mind. Do 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 do. Here we go. Okay, it's a beautiful scene in the daytime. A woman is walking through the downtown, or she's a young lady, maybe 16, 17. Okay. Now the vanishing is shown happening now. It's a car that runs into something out in broad daylight, and she looks inside and there's no driver. Now apparently she looks up and this sort of thing is happening all over the place because it seems to be a big panic amongst people who of course are experiencing the same thing, where people have disappeared and accidents have been caused and all types of other chaotic type of events. All of this is shown happening so sudden out of nowhere. Or of course it came from somewhere. Now a group of kids are shown together listening to the latest reports of what is apparently happening all over the world. And these are the key teenagers that will be grouped together in this particular storyline. Now they're talking about getting out of the city fast because it's chaotic. Yeah, the teenagers are talking amongst themselves. A guy, a girl, and some other people, I suppose. Okay. Now they're making their way out of the city. Now people are going rural. They're getting out of the big cities. Now the military has announced a restored order. Now everybody is listening to reports and watching a big screen announcement, and someone is guaranteeing order restored to the whole situation. Now people are saying they don't trust that guy. Okay. So now the new generation is talking about continuing on, but what is next? What comes next, though? So now people are shown leaving the cities. They're trying to get very, very rural. They're trying to stay out of a public notice, or they're not trying to attract too much attention. Of course, when this happened, the military's organized. They're not touching on anything deeper than what just happened in this film recently, as far as the raptures and the panic and the very change in the condition of life on earth for the people remaining. They're centered on this particular group, rather, in terms of survival right now. That seems to be the first thing. That seems to be the main thing, getting out of the city and surviving. All right, folks. It looks to be a solid film. So if you want to check it out, then go right ahead and let me know if you want to. Okay, folks. See you around.